Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you very much for stopping in, both returning and new viewers. And if you are new, I'm just going to come right out and ask, please do me a huge favor and push the subscribe button and thumbs up on the like, comment all you'd like, because it is incredibly supportive and it helps me to continue to evolve and, add more content and actually just build a tribe, which is what my whole purpose is. Without you, this doesn't exist. So truly appreciate it. I'm actually doing the reading for June for the sign of Virgo, and that is the moon, sun, and rising. You hear that probably if you've ever clicked on other sites, but I'm telling you, as a long-time lover of astrology and tarot and so forth, which is very synchronistic. I mean, tarot definitely has a lot to do with astrology and so forth, back and forth. The traditional messages that come through and the signs and, definitions have a lot to do with astrological signs. So anyway, if you are watching your moon and rising, you're just getting that much more depth as to who you are, because you're way more than just your sun sign. So do yourself a favor if you get the opportunity and the time. And so I'm going to just actually shuffle a little bit more for you and talk a little bit about the astrology in June. First of all, wow, June, right? It's here, and I'm grateful, and I pray that we're healthy. I know I've been healthy and faithful and strong, waiting to return to my job as a massage therapist. And I want to say that we're in sun sign season. We have been, so we're continuing to be until the 20th of June, and that is in the sign of Gemini. So there's a lot of emphasis and energy coming for all of us regarding our communications and our interactions and our desire and actual need to communicate and, just reach out and connect with people more than maybe other times. This is a very strong influence. Gemini is ruled by the planet of Mercury, and that's all completely about communication and fun and friendships and networking, and just it's getting out in one way or another, whether it just be through social media, all these really cool things with Zoom and ability to talk with people and still connect. I just love that about this time versus many past pandemics from centuries ago that didn't have anywhere near this ability to still be able to be in reach with people, and I love that. I think that's such a beautiful blessing of this time. But anyway, the moon and the main aspects of June are going to be, as I shuffle, they'll come out, and then of course I'm going to read that as your card. We have 6 retrogrades by the end of the month. So the theme is going to be just slow moving, taking the time, revisiting, reevaluating, remembering, reminiscing, relaxing. No need to go full speed ahead by any means. Things are moving though. We know this. We've been hearing it, and they're allowing, the state's allowing things to slowly come back, and that's exactly how it should be. I personally love the fact that there's a slowness happening along with the movement forward, because at this time and space, in this place, in real time, we don't want to rush things. We don't want to have something have to be reversed again, right? How perfect is this for this time? It never ceases to amaze me. And so that's a big theme. And then we have 2 eclipses, and those are always going to be very instrumental in the beginning and endings of things, sometimes very quickly, sometimes something we're very much aware of, and other times, not necessarily expected. A lot and always, I want to believe, for the highest good. and for the best outcome. I have absolutely had circumstances in my life with the eclipses, and even just last year that just took out a person in my life, a sister, you know, and she lost her life. And it happened so fast, you know, but it was, I mean, she was in so much pain and so forth that, you know, you always want to see people you love in a better circumstance. And that's what was given to her. And then I think about how she would never have survived this particular time and what's going on. So it's all, like I said, just so perfectly orchestrated if we choose to believe that and hold that in our hearts. So those eclipses will definitely make a difference. The first being in Sagittarius, so that's an emphasis on studies and higher learning and maybe teaching. Maybe you want more classes. Maybe you're starting a class in the fall and you're preparing for that. You're not going forward yet, but preparing. This could be about distant travel, you know, even though traveling is opening up. It doesn't have to mean literal travel. It could have to do with either distant or actually short local travel that may be picking up for yourself, and something you may not have done in the last couple months. And it has to do with foreign, and I think of the internet immediately because that's global. It's everything. It's the world, right? So that connection and the communication with Gemini, it's all tied in beautifully. And then also the new moon eclipse on the 20th, or the 21st, first day of summer, is in Cancer. So that's really taking hold of our emotions and our passions and our side of us that wants to do for others, to be of service, to really give, you know, just for the sake of giving. The vulnerable side comes out. The loving heart chakra opens up, and it's in Cancer. So yeah, that's hugely the indication and the characteristics of Cancer. Okay, also ruled by the moon, so there's no accidents or coincidences about how the planets work for us. And if you study it, the more you do, the more you realize that, and it's phenomenal. So let's go on with your reading. I'd like to do the 4 categories of the month, and I'll read them as we go along. The first is going to be under the overall energy for the month of June for you, Cancer. And I have here, well, let me lay them out first. So the first will be the overall, I love it, overall energy for the month. The second is the possible blessings or obstacles that may occur for you. The third is the category of love. My gosh, you know what? There's repeated on this. This is so amazing. You might want to check out Leo's. I just uploaded Leo's, so that's the same position. There might be a correlation there. You may have a Leo. I'm just saying that. That's just a message that's coming through. And then the last being the category of finances. And so then I like to do the bottom foundation of the whole month. Wow, isn't that something? I mean, it's so perfect. You have number 8, and the title is Transition. Wow, so this is just, it doesn't even represent the cards, or this is unusual because the other ones have said every other sign that I'm used to. But the 8 is about power, and it's about the infinity sign. I look at it as the infinity symbol with continuum, right? The cycle is the karmic aspect of life. And boy, with Cancer and the water and the element and the psychic intuitive strength that comes with the water signs, this is really going to be predominant for you in your foundation, and you're going to know exactly what that means. This transition is going to be an incredibly beautiful and powerful and necessary one for you. Losing my voice. Don't know if that's something having to do with you, Virgos, and you're maybe holding back from a way you're feeling and communicating in regards to, like I said, Gemini. Speak your truth, man. You know, you can be gentle, you can be tactful and politically correct, but do say what you need to, absolutely. And bring this transition in and let it come in, and just know that it is going to improve and elevate you in ways you may not have even imagined. I love that for you, Virgo. The first card for the overall energy for June, and it can happen at the beginning, middle, or end. Doesn't really matter. Whenever you choose to watch this or feel that is when it'll occur. You have the Five of Wands. Yeah, that's about, that is about action. That is the element of fire. So we've got the Leos, the Sagittarians, and the Aries that are going to be predominant, but also the fire in you. You're an earth sign, you're grounded, you're practical, and you're devoted, and you're loyal, and you're persistent in your ideas and what you think and what you do and how you help others. There's been some concern and there's been some little challenges in this regard, about your work, about how you choose to do it. Maybe you've been held back. Maybe you're not nearly as busy as you're used to being. I look at that as a blessing. I'm not going to lie. That's just something I've been noticing for myself. I have an Aries moon, which is fire, and I want to do stuff. I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not there for people. I'm letting them down. That's not true. Everybody I work with, all my clients, we're still keeping in touch, and they know why I'm not there. Don't think for a moment that you are in any way letting someone down, okay? And don't let those feelings, which is about the fire, the passion in us, don't let them overrule you in any way, okay? Just stay calm and grounded and take that beautiful part of your soul and your energy and just relax with it. You could be also, having some possible conflict of communication because it's hugely evident in the month with Gemini influence. Maybe there's just some misunderstanding, but with retrogrades and then Mercury, Mercury is happening on the 18th of June. There's going to be confusion and some communication. So just revisit, maybe how you want to send an email or maybe have that conversation. Maybe not even have it at all if it's going to just save face and just keep things smoother and more calm. Because I think that's really important right now. We've all gone through so much. Why rile anything up? Why let others affect you in that way, right? You have complete control and you're good at that. You're very good with handling yourself and being able to work things through and to explain things the best you can, just making sure you double check what's being said and how it's being corresponded. So in all areas. So then the next category is under the category of possible blessings or obstacles, and you have the Queen of Cups. This is a very, very emotionally charged energy. It is the Queen and it is the Cups, the element of water, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So there's just a lot of heart and emotion that you're going through, and this is a person that exudes great love for others, great devotion and caring. And Cancer specifically is equated to this. And once again, we have the Cancer new moon eclipse on the 20th. So it's all kind of correlating together. Just showing your love, you're very good at this, Virgo. It's generally this field you're in is either nursing or some service, some way of helping others. I've known Virgos my whole life, and there's certainly other occupations, but predominantly you are in fields where you're helping others and you're in service now, and you have been throughout this whole time that we've been going through the last couple months. And thank you for that. Thank you for your help and your contribution 100 times over. I appreciate you so much. I know who you are. So you're going to be feeling a lot of emotion. And that makes sense, there's a lot of memories that seem to come back during retrogrades. There's a lot of people that come back in our lives. So maybe somebody were attached to on an emotional level, or you're thinking a lot about, is definitely going to be a part of this month for you. I feel that really strongly, but this next category is under the category of love. And that's very conducive to the possible blessings or obstacles. It kind of ties in together since you have the two together, but you have the 10 of Cups. And that's just the happiest, most incredibly fulfilling feeling when it comes to family. And your cups are full. And it strikes me as feeling, and the message that I'm getting for you is that you have chosen, even in the weakest times, which we all have during changes and things that are forced upon us, you've always kept a positive. The cup is half full versus half empty. That's what I'm feeling and hearing for you. And you have great love for your family. That's just an absolute innate characteristics of you, Virgo. But I'm feeling that you've been with them, or you're with them a little more now since the changing and the being able to open up the guidelines, for lack of a better way of describing it. So that makes me happy. You're feeling happier about that, and maybe some reunions because of the time. And, not like huge, massive group gatherings or anything, but, 4 or 5 of your family members you just love. You just want to be around them, and you're willing to do that now. You're cautious and you're caring, and you do care, of course, but yeah, you're going to open that up. Your heart is full and you're ready for it. And I'm happy for you because you deserve this. I feel like you've been working really hard. I really do. So take that time when this whole season in June of the retrogrades and the time to just kind of really not push too hard. Wow, that's a perfect time to be around. Or maybe you have some new relationship that's coming into play, and you're thinking of marriage, or you want to be married, you're going to go to that next level. For the younger ones, or even older ones of you watching, that's beautiful. Very strongly indicated. And then last but not least, the financial, energetic aspect of money, right? It is energy. And how is that coming to you? How are you perceiving that for the month of June? You have the Temperance. I love it. The Major Arcana. This is my interpretation for you. This is what I believe this card to mean. It is not only of the earth realm, it is of the spiritual and the entire connection and alignment you have with your beliefs, with the infinite, with your higher power. And you have, as above, so below, this innate ability to be temperate and to balance what's best for you and for others. How much you're eating, how much you're resting, how much you're exercising. Really doing the even aspect and even keel and keeping that as balanced as possible, which is going to be very important, because when we are continually moving forward, Virgos, you'll be right back at the rat race, right? And I say that because it's going to speed up probably quicker than you think, and whatever occupation you're doing involves a lot of people. So be very aware of that. Don't overdo it. You've worked too hard, and you want to stay in best health, mentally, physically, and spiritually that you can. And I'm not saying that I feel any other way, but just knowing you're responsible for this. You be in charge. You be on top of that. You matter, because if you're not being well and you're not taking care, you can't help others, right? That's just a well-known understanding. Absolutely beautiful energies for you, though. And I love it. And yeah, any strife or concerns or anything that's happening, just let that go and know that this too shall pass, because all of this is temporary, as I said. And I'm going to read you these messages are, general, like I said, for the whole aspect, all the Virgos watching. However, these oracles are really, really just a very personal message for you all. This is really meant only for you. So I'm going to shuffle for all the beautiful Virgos and ask for specific guidance for them that they can take with them and hold with them and utilize for their highest good. That's the beautiful super attractor manifestation. And the next is going to be the wisdom of the hidden realms. How we create and just energies from the oracle to give us your specific, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen that one. I can't wait to read these to you. And then last but not least, from my deck of the healing of the angels from Doreen Virtue, that last beautiful message from the angels that are ever present with us. Ask them for help and guidance. See how that comes through. It always will. Okay. So, the super attractor manifestation message for you, beautiful Virgos, for the month of June is: my greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. And that is so important. Like I said, while in the month and while the retrogrades are slowing things down, don't force anything. Don't make any people pressure you into moving too quickly or working too much or putting too much on your plate. You know what's best for you. You're in alignment with your best, highest good. That's the whole emphasis of this beautiful Temperance card to remind you. And just embrace that. And then the next card is, of course, the wisdom of the hidden realms, and your specific message for the month is the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. That's you, Virgo. Selflessness, humility, conscious action. Number 2. In numerology, 2 is what it basically, seems appropriately to be, and that's about partnerships, about unity, working with another, with your partner in love, in friendship, in work. Getting together and working as a team. Teamwork is so essential right now. Let me read to you what it says, though, specifically. I'm going to hold it up as I read, too. It's so pretty. These cards are beautiful. And so, number 2, and it says, the High Lord of Gratitude and Service has arrived to help you find your true purpose today. Feeling gratitude for every moment you experience and loving what is and what has been will remind you that every breath you take holds a deep and profound awareness. Through small actions and selfless service to another, you automatically place yourself on your highest path, whether you're immediately aware of it or not. The presence of this ally lets you know that you're on the correct path to fulfilling your desires. You're also notified that your actions of service and attitude of gratitude will yield riches beyond your wildest dreams. I think we already spoke of that, didn't we? And how beautiful you are and have been in continuing to help others. Wow. As long as those riches aren't the goal you have in mind. Giving service with no thought of return is what's required of you today. This would also be a good time to write a list reminding yourself of all the things in your life and the world around you that you have to be grateful for. If your question refers to a relationship, let gratitude be your guide. Be thankful for all you learn from this person. Truly, there are no friends and no enemies, just teachers along life's journey. Be grateful for the laughter and even the tears. The attitude of gratitude is a magnet for true love in all forms. Woo! I love that. I mean, I don't need to add anything to that. But I hope you'll accept that as being just completely a loving and caring message, And last but not least, the beautiful healing with the angels, you have body care. Once again, your body, your mind, your soul is the most important thing. And when you're caring for that and you're following the guidelines and the safety aspects of life, the simple things, you will be healthy. If it has to do with you helping others and their body, once again, being safe and conscientious will help the both of you, and continuing with whatever it is we need to do moving forward. Just a reminder, I'm not feeling any kind of a pull in any way that you have an issue, but, just a loving reminder for all of us, but specifically for you, Virgo. So I hope that you enjoy this reading and that you do resonate with it at some point in time during June, and that you will sit and just relax, take a deep breath, take extremely good care of yourself. I care a great deal about you. Thank you again for being here and a part of this channel. Until next time, take care. Bye for now.